Groovy English Podcast.
Hey there! Welcome back to Groovy English. I'm Chloe.
And I'm Aiden. We share real stories, useful tips, and everyday English to help you grow with confidence.
Wherever you are in your English learning journey, we're glad you're here.
If you're enjoying the podcast, feel free to like, subscribe, or share it with a friend.
Let's get started.
Hi everyone, I'm Eva. I want to share something really personal with you today. It's about embarrassment. That awful, heavy feeling that makes you want to disappear. Especially when you're learning English. I used to avoid speaking in English. Not because I didn't love the language. I did. I loved listening to songs, watching English movies, and reading quotes online. But when it was time to speak, my mind would go blank. My face would go red. I was terrified of saying the wrong thing. The worst part? I actually knew the words. In my head, I had the grammar, the vocabulary, even full sentences. But when someone looked at me and said, "Hey, what do you think?" It all disappeared. Silence. Or worse, a weird laugh and me pretending not to hear. For a long time, I thought I just wasn't brave enough. That maybe I didn't have the language talent other people had. But then, something happened. One day, my English teacher asked us to give a short introduction. Just 1 minute. I panicked. I thought, maybe I can skip class. Maybe I'll fake being sick. But deep down, I was tired of being afraid. I didn't want to be the quiet one anymore. So I stayed. And when my turn came, I stood up. My hands were shaking. I said, "Hi, my name is Eva. I'm from Ho Chi Minh City. I like baking and watching travel videos." That was it. Simple. Shaky. Not perfect. But after I sat down, something magical happened. A classmate whispered, "Hey, you did great." And my teacher smiled at me and said, "That was very clear. Thank you for sharing." That tiny moment changed everything. I realized, I didn't need to be perfect. I just needed to try. So I started my own little routine, something small, just for me. Every night, before bed, I would speak to myself in English. Just for 5 to 10 minutes. At first, I just described my day. Today was a busy day. I went to school. I had rice and soup for lunch. I studied math. It was boring. The grammar wasn't perfect. My pronunciation was a bit off. But I didn't care. Nobody was judging me. Nobody was watching. I could be myself. After a week, I added a new habit. I recorded my voice. Yep, my own voice. And yes, at first it was painful. I hated how I sounded. But I kept doing it. I'd listen, find one word I could say better, and try again. And guess what? By week 3, I started noticing real changes. When my teacher asked questions in class, I raised my hand. When a tourist asked for directions, I answered. When my cousin asked if I could help her with her English homework, I actually said yes. Suddenly, I wasn't avoiding English. I was using it. Living in it. I even started dreaming in English sometimes. That felt crazy. But one moment stands out the most. It was during a family dinner. My aunt brought a friend who only spoke English. And for the first time, I didn't hide. I sat next to her. I asked, "Do you like Vietnamese food?" She smiled and said, "I love it. Especially spring rolls." We talked for 20 minutes. And when she left, my mom whispered to me, "Wow, you sounded like a native." Okay, I didn't sound exactly like a native, but hearing that from my mom, that meant the world to me. Here's what I've learned. Confidence doesn't start when you're fluent. It starts when you stop hiding. It starts when you speak, even if your voice shakes. Even if your sentences are messy. Even if you say, what's the word, 100 times. I stopped thinking of English as a school subject. It became my tool. My voice. A way to connect with people outside my little world. I started watching interviews with actors and repeating their phrases. I listened to podcasts on the bus. I copied funny TikTok lines. I even wrote short poems in English. Not because I had to, but because it felt good. Here's something else, I didn't do this alone. I had friends who encouraged me. A cousin who practiced with me. Teachers who smiled and waited patiently. And now, I want to tell you. If you feel shy, or embarrassed, you're not alone. If you've ever said, "I understand English but I can't speak it," I've been there too. But speaking is a muscle. You don't wait until you're strong to start lifting weights. You lift. You struggle. You grow. So just speak. To your mirror. To your cat. To your phone. Say your breakfast out loud. Tell your plants about your day. Laugh at yourself. Then try again. That's how it starts. One day, you'll order coffee in English without thinking. You'll answer a phone call and say, "Hi, this is Eva speaking." You'll give advice to someone else who feels stuck, just like I am now. You don't need a perfect accent. Or a certificate. Or the biggest vocabulary. You just need to open your mouth and start. Even if it's embarrassing. Especially if it is. That's how everything changed for me. And if you're still listening, maybe, just maybe, it's about to change for you too. So go ahead. Say something. Right now. Sometimes, I still have days where I mess up. I forget a word. I say something silly. But the difference now is, I don't feel ashamed. I just laugh and keep going. That's something I never thought would happen. In the past, one mistake would ruin my confidence. Now, Mistakes are just part of the journey. Last week, I helped a tourist at the train station. She asked, "Do you know how to get to City Square?" And without even thinking, I replied, "Yes. Take line 2 and get off at Central Park. Then it's a 5-minute walk." She smiled and said, "Your English is great." I was so happy I could have cried. I wasn't just speaking, I was connecting with someone, helping them. That moment reminded me why I keep practicing. So, to anyone listening and wondering if 10 minutes a day really matters, yes. It matters more than you think. It's not just about English. It's about confidence. It's about believing you can improve. If you keep showing up, even on the days you don't feel like it, one day you'll look back and think, "Wow. I did that."
Your English is shining brighter by the minute. Hit that next video to keep leveling up your skills. Or dive into our other episodes for more secrets to talk like a pro. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to join the Groovy English crew.